This meeting is being recorded.
Hey everyone, welcome to the week 13 of Kubernetes v1.34 release day meeting. I am Vyom and I'll be host for today's meeting. Before we go any further, please note that this meeting is being recorded and will be posted to YouTube publicly. So if you don't want to be recorded, please feel free to turn off your camera and also please be mindful of what you say. Also, this meeting comes under the CNCF or the Kubernetes Code of Conduct, which basically boils down to being excellent to one another. And with that, if you already haven't added yourself to the attendees list, please do so. And let's get started with the open discussions. Is there anything anyone would like to discuss openly? If not, then let's move on to sub-team updates. Let's move on to enhancements with Ryan. Is Ryan on the call today? Is anyone else? I don't see anyone else from enhancements as well. So I'll read out the updates for the enhancements team. The current status is green. The metrics haven't changed because we are past code test in every kind of phase that we have in this release. So they are green with metrics similar to what were in the previous meeting. So I won't read them out. Are there any questions for the enhancements team? If not, then let's move on to release signal with Prajot.
Yeah, so the status is green for the release signal. The overall CI is looking good right now and everything is green. We had some issues when the SIG release dashboard for 1.24 informing was introduced, but we believe that was due to some configurations of off. I think those were the initial runs, but that is also green now. So we are good there. Our team will be focusing going ahead on the next release. And also we have no critical issues or importance in issues, but just one importance in PRs that we'll be tracking. Yep.
All right, thank you for the updates, Prachot. Yeah, oh, so this is for 134. Who added the milestone to this PR? Let me see. Hmm. Okay, let's see what's the up with this PR. So it needs an approved label. Is it fixes an E2E test, kind failing test? Chinga, do you know about this failing test? Is it on the, sorry, Prachot, do you know about these failing tests? Is it on the informing or blocking dashboard? Does anyone know about these tests?
Yeah, I'll have to check in.
Yeah, sure. It blocks downstream CI that installs the CRD by default. Hmm. Um, just test updates. Okay. Should be fine, but I'd still like folks to route this through the release team rather than just slapping on the milestone. Yeah, I'll ping them. Cool. Are there any questions that anyone has for release signal before we move forward?
Also to mention, we have two release blocking issues.
Where is that?
We would like to go through them. Yeah, little above. Yeah, below the bug triage board hyperlink.
Okay, yep, okay, I see. Let me see what those two release blocking are. Yeah, this one is a known issue, improving handling of deprecated and hidden metrics. This is the one that is going to get included in the next RC cut. This should be good. Um, Flaking UT. So this has the milestone 135. I believe this was recently changed or not. Yeah, we merged this PR. I remember this was raised in the meeting. Yeah, we merged this PR. So, yeah, I think they are maybe just observing this so that there is no more flakiness in the test. But it's
Yeah,
good to just
confirm
ping
and
them once. Yeah, ping them once and ask them like, what's the update on this? Can this issue be closed or not?
yeah, I'll take it up.
And for this one, I believe the PR, oh, this PR was closed. Let me see. Fragmented application policy for writing metrics. Okay, okay. Why was this closed? Okay, okay. Why was this closed? Um, I think this is the PR that has opened. Alignment application, writing metric applications foundation. Yeah, this is something that would be. This does have the milestone. No. This is still in active reviews. I think it would get the milestone for this particular release, but this is something that you should just. I haven't checked the actual changes what this PR is making. I'm on a very small screen and my real estate is limited here. So let me see what this is. Mm, no, no. Um, some changes to how the application logic handling should hide the maybe something according to the version policy, I believe here. Yep, some logic similar to that. Okay, so this should be all right. I think I'm not reviewing this completely. I just high level review. Okay, I think Jordan would bear with me, of course. Yeah, just keep an eye out for this PR when this gets merged, and those should be the two release blocking issues. Cool. Are there any more questions for release signal that anyone has? Okay. Um, all right. If not, then let's move on to docs with Eugene.
Okay. Hi teams, and for Ducks team, the status is yellow, and for the last week branch since PR we just merged tonight, and we also create the weekly branch PR this week. And for the Relix node RC.1 and RC.0 need to be created, and well, I think it is slightly behind schedule, so I think I will check with the member later. Yes, thanks.
Okay, thank you for the updates, Eugene. Um, do you folks require any help for the release notes PRs for RC0 and RC1?
I think Michelle has just taken the assigning, but we didn't receive any reply, and I will take the member who is responsible for this test. Yes. And if you need any help, I will ask Michelle first.
Okay, okay, that's fine. Yeah. All right. Are there any questions? And this PR requires approval. Okay, when was this open? Oh, 8 hours ago. Yeah, so Tim would most probably approve this or someone else. So this should be fine. Alright, does anyone have any questions for the docs team before we move on? Alright, let's move on to comms then. Is there anyone from comms in this call? If not, I still see the status updates here, but nothing should have changed for comms since yesterday in the async meeting that we had on Slack. Um, Let me see what was the Augustino's reply in the async. Yeah, so they have the release announcement PR open. Some parts are still in progress, but it's a write-up. If you are curious to review it, please take a look. I'll just paste these updates directly because these were from yesterday in today's meeting. Okay. Yep. Formatting is not the prettiest, but the release announcement PR is open as mentioned subparts listed in PR description are still in progress in the internal draft that comms team has, but most of the write-up is done. So if you are curious, please take a look. And release blog ready to review deadline is to UTC Friday 15th August. So that's approaching fast. Regarding the webinar and press, PR CNCF has asked for availability, which is on me. I'll reply today, and webinar is also answered with a link to book. I replied to Christina for this yesterday. It's either of the dates are fine with me. What's the status of the release theme and the logo? Yeah, Wendy, I'm gonna share it in next week's meeting, both in APAC, Wednesday APAC and EMEA meeting. Yeah. Are you gonna put any animals? Maybe, maybe not. But let's get back to the comms updates. Are there any questions for comms teams? Anyone? I think comms is green. Let me just change that to green. And I just have to attend to a few of these PRs, review them, just take a look at a few of the emails and answer them as well. So are there any questions for comms? If not, let's move on to release branch management. Matteo or no one else from the call is here, I see. RBM should be green because release signal is green as well. And there wasn't anything yesterday as well. So I think it's fine to assume that release branch management is green. Are there any questions for release branch management that anyone wants me to put up here? If not, then let's move on to our emeritus advisor, which I believe is now on the call, Fred. There shouldn't be any updates from Fred's side if we go back a few meetings. Yeah, so the only update I assume from Fred's side would be one is the release retro, the final release retro, which is scheduled for September 3rd or maybe 2nd or 4th, depends on where you live. And if you have anything about this release, good, bad, ugly, please add that to the release retro. And like I have said in previous meetings, just reiterating on that, please give shout outs to your team members as well because open source is kind of a thankless job and you should be shouting out team members if you think they did a great job this cycle or just anyone in general in open source. And apart from that, I remember last time there was a question about the final shadow survey. I would just ping Fred once and ask for updates on that. Are there any other questions for our EA that we can convey to him? Yeah, okay, Andy. Are there any questions for IA? If not, let's move on to my updates. All right, everyone, my updates are very simple right now. I am just finishing the tasks associated with release comms, just sorting them out right now. And that's mostly the update on my end, and everything else seems to be going on fine right now. Are there any questions for me? If there aren't any, let's move on to six scalability, which I believe no one is uh, from on this call, and the status is green, which I think aligns with release signal status as well. So everything good on that side. And we aren't working the project board, so we are at the end of this meeting. Amazing. Is there anything anyone would like to discuss before we switch off the recording and call it a day on YouTube? Oh, another day we have another meeting, the evening one. But is there anything anyone would like to discuss on the recording? If not, well, in that case, I would stop the recording. See you on YouTube.